Hey,
Hi, Kara.
nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you again. How are you?
Good, and you?
Yes. Um, I'm just I was working,
Mhm.
so far so good.
So far, so good. You do design work, right?
Yes, you remember.
Yes, but I don't know any details of your design work.
So let me introduce about my design, like work-wise. I belonged to the web design company in Tokyo since 2013 to 2015, and I quit there and became a freelance designer. Um, Back then, I was supposed to find another design career, like belong to another company, but just I was going with the flow, and I became like suddenly a freelancer. And I was into graphic design as well. So nowadays I do both and I make a website, and sometimes I also make a graphic logo design or poster design or package design. Yeah, that's it.
Very interesting. So, your university degree is in, do they call it UX design?
Um, Not exactly. My degree was like I majored in what do you call this? The design and technology,
Mm.
and then my university degree was aimed to improve the person who can dialect the project, not uh, designer or designer itself or engineer or something. For I'm kind of a rare case among my what do you call this? My
Your peers?
peers. Yes, I think so. A lot
Your
of
peers.
my peers um, went to the TV broadcast company for do like do a producer or creative agency or the advertising agency become for becoming a producer as well. But
So,
I got into design itself, so I decided to become a designer.
not completely different, but you
Yeah,
definitely went on a
we're
different
like
course.
same industry, but like what we do is different.
Right. So you were mostly self-taught then.
Southampton, what?
Self-taught, meaning you taught yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you self-taught?
Self-taught. Okay, I think so. Um, my our professor didn't teach in like specific techniques or like usage of software, so I was learning myself about anything. And I also got into programming. Programming is like no one can, I don't know, maybe almost of all engineer could be self-taught person.
You mean a web engineer or any engineer?
Any engineer somehow they do like run like mm, themselves. So, but I remember your bio was written in design or something, or I don't know. maybe design or K-pop, that the word I found you.
They were both of them. I
Mhm.
have web design and K-pop. That's why I'm asking you so many questions
Mhm.
about design. Um, I I'm self-taught, but I can't say I've never had a job in design, but
Mm.
I've done it on my own time. So I love, for example, UX design and coding. I love them both.
Mm.
And if I was on a project, I would want to do both. I feel
Mm.
like it's not my work unless I can control both. And I know that in bigger companies that's not feasible.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
tend to split the jobs, right?
Mm.
But I'm also self-taught, so that's why I'm asking you about your experience and your education
So
because I'm
have you
go
done
on.
like um like what do you call this? An official project for making web design or UI UX design. Have you joined it?
I haven't.
Mm.
I think part of it was because I started this during the pandemic.
Mhm.
Okay, I've had experience in web design, or I made my own websites when I was a kid, but that was years and years
Mm.
and years ago, you know? So I started during the pandemic, during the lockdown last year, and I stopped actually. I stopped this year. I was going for maybe 9 months, but I can't be in front of my computer for that long. I already work online, and so to be just in front of my computer was really hard on me. So
Mm.
I stopped it. And I kind of want to know what's your experience with that because it seems like you also work in front of your computer, yes, by
Mm.
yourself mostly.
Yes. Like what kind of also you just sick of being in front of a computer?
Yes.
Uh,
So there I'm not working on any projects with anyone, right? So it's only my own work and I feel like I lost my direction.
mm,
So what about you?
mm, I can empathize somehow. Um, I would say pandemic is not the huge impact to me, but even before, I've been thinking about I'm used to being a freelance web designer, and it's probably one of the most comfortable way to live because I would say I good at thinking logically and what do you call this information architecture that is based on making website or UI design. But that's just the reason I'm doing right now. So it's not my I don't know. It's not. I'm thinking always. Is it my joyful joy to work? Yeah. I'm good at doing website, or it's enough for being a freelance web designer. But I'm sometimes sick of.
Sorry, sometimes.
Sometimes I'm sick of like
Oh, sometimes
keep
you're sick of
going. Yeah.
it?
Mm.
Hmm, I see. Sometimes you're sick of it. Well, I think the part that I can't deal with is not having contact. Well, I think two things. So, as a freelance, well, okay, I'm not a freelancer because I don't work on any projects with anyone where I get paid for it, but I guess you could say practicing and self-studying. After a while, I just felt so like I just didn't want to sit in front of my computer anymore. I wanted
Mm.
to go outside, I wanted to meet with people, and I thought maybe the job is also similar where I'm just sitting, in front of my computer all day with no human contact. And I thought about that and I thought, maybe this isn't for me.
Mhm. So, do you think you are introvert person?
Introvert? I think I'm both. I
Mm.
think
You have
sometimes I
you
want to
have a
be.
you have like you are the software the most like comfortable to talk on Cambly, and it's you have a special talented skill on healing and speaking. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Am I just a real person, maybe? When I'm on Cambly, I'm a real person. So, um, you said, introverted. I'm both.
Mm,
So, I love, like, for example, going out and meeting people. Sometimes I can be the center of attention. I don't have to be. I can also
mm,
listen to other people. And I can also be at home for a bit by myself doing something like reading. But I feel like there's a balance. There's a very
mm,
delicate balance here. Yeah. And with coding, it was definitely on one side.
mm.
So, yeah.
So by the way, I watched the Warsaw YouTube tourist guidance video, some things for get to know what it's like. So, and then Warsaw, I don't know, the part of the city, the old city the is the World Heritage, right? World Heritage of something.
World Heritage Site. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
which part of Warsaw?
I don't know. I just read the Wikipedia, and
Mm.
then I was fascinated with the view in the street view. So if I were you in Warsaw, it's I just enjoy just walking around on the street.
It can be, yeah.
Um,
It can be enjoyable. It's a little cold right now, but
mm,
I went out on Sunday night. My friend just called me and
mm,
she said, do you want to meet me at the train station? And I said, okay. And then she said, make sure that you're dressed warmly. And so she had in mind walking from the train station to it's called the Old Town, and it
mm,
has all these very old, beautiful buildings. So
mm,
we did that and it took us about an hour. It was very, very cold, but very like cathartic and relaxing to do so. And our reward was drinking hot chocolate at the end
mhm.
of that. So it was fun. Yeah, I love walking around. It's nice. And do you walk around in Tokyo on your breaks
Yes,
or?
yes. It's one of my like one of my hobbies.
Mhm.
And also I love cycling on the streets. But um, yeah, for foreigners, Tokyo's what do you call this complicated buildings and the view or clouded sound this looks very brand new. But I'm I wish I were there, like a Warsaw or some older buildings, and then road is made by like stones or. Uh,
We do have some brick roads, but
mm,
it's not as prevalent as in some cities such as Prague.
mhm,
So I went to Prague this summer, and more or less all the roads in the city are these like cobblestone streets. Warsaw is a little different actually because Warsaw was destroyed mostly during World War II and rebuilt after that. So it has existed since the 1600s, but it has been rebuilt
so not
recently.
not all of the city is not Rick's old city.
No, no,
Mm,
and, the part that I was talking about, the Old Town, which has these,
mm,
like, old European style buildings, that was all rebuilt, because it was destroyed during the war. But
mm,
not all of that style was rebuilt. It's expensive to
uh-huh.
rebuild in that style. Yeah, so something interesting about Warsaw.
Mm.
Anyway, great to see you again, Hide.
Yeah.
Yep,
Bye.
have a good afternoon. Bye.